Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Game Key podcast. This is actually our third attempt at trying this video, all because of me. So this time we're going to get it right. My name is Daniel, aka Winfeld. This is Killian, aka Tux1243. He has 23 followers on Twitch. Was it you said?
Yeah, 24. Yeah.
Yeah, 24 followers on Twitch. So join him now before it gets too famous to know who you are. And yeah, we've got a lot of things to go through. So we are just going to jump straight into it because, like I said, this is our third attempt at trying this video. And before my computer breaks, off we go. So straight into the game and news. No messing about, Killian. No messing about. Yeah. We have Sonic Racing CrossWorlds DLC goes wild. Yes, if you haven't played the Sonic Racing games, they're actually pretty good fun. I think there's a few racing games coming out as well, and there's more DLC coming. Things like Garfield Kart, we spoke about that a couple of weeks ago because obviously Mario Kart World came out, and if you haven't got a Nintendo Switch, you're not going to be able to play it. So these games will thrive, and I love the Sonic Team racing games. I think they're good. But the good news is that SpongeBob, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Avatar are joining. It was announced during Summer Game Fest 2025. Yeah, and these are DLC characters coming to the game on, what's it? Don't know. They're coming soon anyway. So yeah, you'll be able to race through the Sonic and Sega universe with 24 tracks across 15 crossworlds. Travel rings allowing you to enter different locations, changing the course of the race with 23 power-ups. So if you don't know anything about it, of course, just like Mario Kart, you pick up power-ups, and the course gets altered along the way. Helps out the poor players as well by offering improved items the further back in the pack you are. And this game's also going to come with 23 Sonic characters, 45 vehicles, and 70 customization options. So yeah, something to look forward to if you're a Sonic racer. And I don't think there is a release date. It just says coming soon.
The next we have news about Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn is a game from 2016, which got the last big DLC in 2019, and now they will release a new DLC called Fangs of Asterkarn. This will be a massive DLC with much of new content, and the developers hope it will launch late 2025, but it's possible that it will be 2026. So waiting, like always on every game. Yeah. The game is an action RPG, and the new DLC is set in the snowy wilderness of Asterkarn. And you will join the nomadic people, help them against the Kurn, and they push east toward for a new life. There will be 3,554 meters, because there's kilometers. I need to do the math in my head because it was too fast, with 4 new zones, a quest hub, and nearly 50 new main missions and side quests. So there's much more and new features to do in the game. And yeah, old games getting new big updates. I think that's not the smartest move, but a good move, because the games get attention again, but mostly not enough. Yeah, we will see how the DLC will be going late this year or next year.
Yeah, hopefully this year. It's a good Grim Dawn is a very good Diablo alternative if you don't like Diablo 4, which no one likes Diablo 4. And if you haven't paid for Path of Exile 2 yet, you might jump into the DLC if it launches in 2025. I think 2026 might be a bit too late to save the game. We'll see. Next up, we have Hytale is cancelled by Riot Games after 10 years in development. If you don't know what Hytale is, don't worry. I didn't know what it was until I wrote the article. Hytale comes from a game called Hypixel, which is available in Minecraft as a separate server. And yeah, they're making their own Minecraft-inspired MMO open world sandbox type thing. It started development in 2015. It was funded in 2013. And yeah, Riot joined the party, helped give millions. But after 10 years of development since 2015, they've pulled the plugs in. It's got too big in scope, and it will no longer come, which is a shame. Because, like I said, 3 days ago, I'd never heard of it. So I'm sure it's going to be massive. And as someone who's never played Minecraft, Hytale might have been good. I don't know.
Yeah, the Hypixel server was amazing. I played way too many hours on it a few years ago, and it's sad.
Well, the good news, Killian, is the server on Minecraft is staying. They're not getting rid of it.
Yeah,
So
at least,
yeah,
at least. But I hope for the MMO a few years ago. I forgot it, to be honest.
Mhm.
After I read the article again.
Well,
I
maybe this
think
will bring you back.
2017. Yeah, 2017. I knew about the MMO, but now I forgot everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just sad. Yeah, Riot bought them and they destroyed it.
Well, I mean, Riot are trying to compete with so many people, aren't they? Riot are trying to compete with Blizzard. That's why they keep releasing like exactly the games Blizzard has. You know, they've got a card game now. They're making their own MMO, which is probably going to be massive when it comes out. You know,
Definitely.
they've gone into films and animation and that sort of thing. They made, League of Legends. Wasn't League of Legends initially like a mod? I'm sure it was. Like Warcraft or something. Yeah, so, you know, Riot's just trying to copy Blizzard, and now obviously they try to copy Microsoft with Minecraft. Unfortunately, yeah, Hytale cancelled, so unfortunately not going to come out, which is a shame because I think it would have benefited massively from the Minecraft movie as well. I think it would have got a lot of support from that, but hey, 10 years of development wasted, and they're not the only games being cancelled either. There's a lot more coming.
Yeah. But first, we have something about Microsoft, and they will bring Steam games to the Xbox app on PC starting this week. We all knew it. The new strategy from Microsoft and Xbox is to be open for everything. We have the new game console, which will have Steam on it. So Microsoft goes away from the completely exclusivity, and it will be possible to play Steam games in the Xbox app now and on PC. And you can add it to your library. I think that's a good step. But if you are on PC, just start Steam and don't use the Xbox app. But we see the step Microsoft is doing here, getting away from it's our game, only we have it. It's a PC game, only the PC have it. They want to make it exclusive for everyone. So we just need PlayStation and Nintendo Switch to step up, but maybe that will happen. Maybe not. We will see. But yeah.
You make a good point.
Brings...
No, you make a good point because I think Xbox are going to absolutely murder PlayStation in the next console.
Yeah.
They're going to kill them because, like I said, Microsoft right now, with the cloud and stuff and what they're doing with this. I mean, PlayStation don't even put first-party games on, like, for the first year of release onto their PlayStation Plus. Microsoft launched their new games immediately onto Xbox Game Pass. And with, the next console, Xbox are going big. So, yeah, we'll see what PlayStation have to do. But as Killian would say before that, we have the MindsEye developer Builder Rocket Boy. I love that name, by the way. Builder Rocket Boy laying off staff after an abysmal launch. Of course, MindsEye recently came out. It's kind of a third-person shooter, cyberpunk-esque type thing, I suppose, is what he was trying to do. But it had a really, really poor launch. Performance issues, bugs, all kind of issues were wrong with it. The community spoke, decided not to play it. I think it's dying. I think it only had like 3,000 players or something at launch. Really poor. And unfortunately, when that happens, studios can't cope. So yeah, they've had to make redundancies. So it's over 100 staff believed to be gone. We don't know the exact numbers. MindsEye is a UK developer. I think it's in Scotland. And in the UK, they have a 45-day consultation process when you're laying off more than 100 employees. So yeah, this 45 days started, or will start soon. Or it starts June 23rd. And yeah, it's expected to be major cuts. So don't expect any DLC or new content for the game, or even a sequel. And the studio might be gone soon. Hopefully not. But yeah, the game was pretty
terrible.
poor.
The game was terrible.
Yeah, at the time of writing when I did this, it was like 39% positive. That was it.
Yeah, I've seen a few videos of it. It's so buggy and everything for a €60 game.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I saw one comment, I think it was, I can't believe they didn't just put into like early access or something. But the problem is when a new studio makes their first big game, unlike games like Cyberpunk was a disaster. And they even pulled it off the PlayStation Store, Sony, because it was that bad. But when you don't have the credentials or the power of a company, like CD Projekt Red, who've been going for like 20 years and made in top quality games, the fans are not going to give you a chance. So no one's going to go back to this game. It's done, unfortunately. And that's why they have to get rid of all the staff. Yeah. Poor.
Yeah, pretty. But something which isn't poor is the Gamescom 2025. And we got the first big confirmations of studios and developers which will be there. The Gamescom is the biggest gaming convention in Europe. It's in Cologne, Germany. And we got a few confirmations. We have Xbox and Microsoft there. Also, we have Capcom, Ubisoft, Niantic, Bethesda, Team 17, and Krafton, and there will be many more. And many indie developers as well. If you want to test any of the AAA games, you need to stay in line for maybe 2 hours, and the indie games a few minutes. So it's worth to play the indie games there, not the big AAA games. It's just waiting for nothing. So the last time was I think 2019, not for long. And I played indie games because you have to do something, you can test something out. It's much more fun than just waiting to play 50 minutes of a new Assassin's Creed or something like that. So, yeah. Gamescom will be big again. Many big studios will be there.
Love Gamescom. And who doesn't love Jeff Keighley? Love that guy. He's got to be the gaming industry's version of Henry Cavill. He must be. You know, like how everybody loves Henry Cavill. Absolutely loves him. Jeff Keighley's got to be the gaming version. There you go, Jeff. When you watch this video later, I know you watch it. Just put it on your Twitter with a link saying, Winfell says I'm gaming's Henry Cavill. Next up we have Peak. You know, I looked at Peak a few times. It looks actually a pretty good fun game. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a mountain climbing game, but co-op. So it's just a nice, chill time with your friends. And yeah, it's doing very, very well on Steam. And again, indie games tend to do well on Steam because the price points are not too high. You know, these AAA games, when they release, super expensive. They're not always at the top of the charts, but indie games, that's why they tend to be up there on Steam quite a lot. And Peak is just one of those beautiful games that people have been streaming with other streamers as well. That gets a lot of people on board. And the new milestone it hit after just a few days was 1 million copies sold, less than a week. So yeah, very successful. And Aggro Crab even tweeted about it, saying, why did this stupid jam game sell more copies than another Crab's Treasure? I'm going to crash out. So yeah, poking a little bit of fun as well at other games. And why is it such a success? Well, fortunately, we have it here on our key shop. It says, as scouts, we must explore Mysterious Island and reach the top of the mountain. You can play co-op with up to 4 players. Most games these days only have 3-player co-op, so it's nice to have 4. Collaborating and avoiding dangers across 4 different biomes. Survival, you'll have to deal with hunger and thirst, and injuries that lower stamina. And plenty of replayability as well. Every 24 hours, the map changes. That's obviously a massive reason for its success as well, because every day you play it, there's going to be something new. So there's a new layout, new routes, that sort of thing, and new challenges to overcome. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Every 24 days, every day it changes, every 24 hours.
Yeah, so it's not getting boring, and you can replay it every day, and always something new is there, and the game looks so fun. I've seen many funny clips of it for the What the Fuck article. It was stupidly funny.
Yeah, and if we get 10,000 views on this video, me and Killian will stream it together on Twitch.
Yeah, easy.
So yeah, get sharing this video.
Then next, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
Killian, is this ever going to come out?
No, it won't.
Okay.
Not up. Yeah, the Chinese room, the developers laid off staff. We all know it. Everybody lays off staff. It's amazing. Ha ha ha. We got the game, I think, announced 2019 by Paradox. 6 years. And they changed a lot in development over the years, and now they laid off staff again. I don't think the number is there, but they said almost 50% of the employees will be getting fired. Yeah, the game will take no longer. The quality will not be as good. And like the comments said, they hope it will come, but they are scared it will be a nightmare. I think that's pretty decent, comprehensive. I'm not sure if this vampire first-person survival game will be good, or just a shitty game like MindsEye. Yeah, we will see. The game is set to release in October this year. Maybe it comes, maybe it will get delayed again. Everything is possible here.
Yeah, it's not going well. It is not going well for this game. You know the meme when you say, "Oh, you got this before GTA 6." People are going to be doing Bloodlines 2 soon. You got
Yeah.
GTA 6 for Bloodlines 2. You know, because this game, honestly, it's a joke how it's not come out yet. But yeah, hopefully it does get another delay. And if it gets another delay, I think that's number 5 or something. So you may as well just cancel it at that point. It's already changed developer once. Next up, we have Little Nightmares. There's a little bit of news for Little Nightmares actually this week. So yeah, Little Nightmares 2017 is getting a free upgrade to Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition. There's a few games doing this. I think developers are just, I don't know, maybe they're fine tuning their skills. Maybe they're just trying to get more people to buy it with minimum effort. Who knows? But yeah, there's a few games coming out in enhanced editions. Little Nightmares is one of them you haven't played. It's a fun little game where you avoid giant monsters. It's not about jump scares. It's just more about atmosphere, solving puzzles, that sort of thing. And it is, I wouldn't call it family friendly, but it is a game that everyone should try. And like I said, it's not too scary. So yeah, what does the enhanced edition include? Well, it's going to come in glorious 4K definition. I don't know anyone who plays games in 4K, but you can. And I think on PlayStation and Xbox and stuff, you'll be able to probably use performance mode, that sort of thing. Yeah, and it's going to be a free little upgrade. So that's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. I think the free updates are pretty good for the games, like we had with Stalker a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, Stalker was one. Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. It's not much work for them, and we get for free a good, better graphics. If you had to pay for it, I would say, nah, but for free, it's pretty good if you're already on the game.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And like we said, we have more news about Little Nightmares, but not the first game. We got news about Little Nightmares 3, about the pre-orders, free access, and the launch date. The launch date of Little Nightmares 3 will be October the 10th, and it will be for, I think, all the new gen consoles and PC. Yeah, it's a new game. I haven't read that article in advance. I'm bad prepared, but there are a few editions. The deluxe edition has a residential custom pack, costumes pack, and you will get 2 additional chapters. And it's for PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox, and PC. Now we got everything. The game is from Bandai Namco, and it's made in the Unreal Engine.
Yeah, excitingly as well, they're making a VR game too.
Yeah. Little Nightmares VR alters echoes for PlayStation VR and PC, I think. And yeah, Little Nightmares in VR. Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it's a fun little franchise. So yeah, the enhanced edition is worth playing if you haven't played it for a while. And the enhanced edition gives you more reason to buy it. And then, of course, you got Little Nightmares 3 to look forward to as well. And Little Nightmares VR Altered Echoes. After that, we have Xbox confirms plans for major round of layoffs. Yes, it's more layoffs. I feel like every single week when I'm writing news, it's just layoffs everywhere.
Yeah.
And even Microsoft are not immune to it. And I think this may come back to the purchase of Activision Blizzard. Of course, they bought them for $69 billion, which is a ridiculous amount of money. And of course, when you buy a company for $69 billion, you're probably not going to be able to afford all the staff long term. Well, this is major, because this is like the 5th time I think Microsoft have laid off staff in like 2 years. And Xbox, yeah, I think this is the 4th time in 18 months. So yeah, we've had, it's massive. I mean, 6,000 employees were laid off at Microsoft last month. Xbox themselves lost 1,900 people a year and a half ago. And over the last 2 years, they've lost over 2,500 staff. This one's set to be another massive one as well. It's going to begin next week. Bloomberg's Jason Schreier says that Microsoft executives are trying to boost profits. And of course, when execs are trying to boost profits, they get rid of the little man. You know, the ones on the lower pay. It's just the way things go. So unfortunately, Xbox is going to be affected. We don't know if it's going to affect any first-party games, whether it's going to affect the release of the next Xbox console. Who knows? Like I said, we don't know how many staff are going to be lost either, but it is set to be major. So major to me would suggest at least 500. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think I've read something and they said it's predicted 1 to 2,000 players, employees will get fired.
Well,
So
yeah.
10 to 20% of everyone.
Yeah, that's quite a high number, and it's like I said, it's hard to think that games would not be affected over upcoming games. It's hard to think that, but we'll have to see, and we'll have to see where all the hits are going to happen as well, because of course Xbox have quite a lot of studios. So, yeah, it's a shame. Hopefully, everyone lands on their feet because the industry's getting a lot of cuts, aren't they? It's going badly.
Yeah. The next, we finally have some good news. We got a release date for Painkiller. Painkiller is a classic, like they claim it themselves, first-person shooter with co-op experience. And it's published by 3D Realms and Saber Interactive. It's from a series which was spawned in 2004, and now they will make a new game. And the game will release 2025 with a 3-player co-op again. I don't know why they switched to 3 players. A few years ago, everyone had their groups of 4 players. They played the games together, and then came Apex with 3 players, and so many games followed. So you have to get rid of one friend. Sorry, you can only be 3 players. You have to go. And yeah, this new game will release for PS5, Xbox Series, and the PC. And the game is scheduled for October 9th this year.
That's exciting. I like Painkiller. But yeah, you're right about the kicking your friends as well, because a few years ago there was 5 of us playing Halo. But of course, Halo's 4v4. Yeah, so we'd rotate in and out, and then we had to get rid of one, so now we've lost one. And now games are 3 players, so we have to lose another. In a couple of years, it'd be 2 players. So, pretty bad, isn't it? I don't know what this obsession with 3-player co-op is, to be honest.
Me neither.
Speaking of 3-player co-op, Delta Force doesn't hinder you to that at all. Of course, that has massive maps. But what Delta Force is doing is teasing the Xbox and PlayStation release finally coming to consoles. It's been out on PC for a while, of course. I played it. I enjoyed it for a while. The campaign's pretty good as well and free to play. But yeah, Xbox and PlayStation users will soon be able to get hold of it. An offline playtest is coming soon to select players. Who knows? But yeah, as the article says, there's been a lot of news coming from Delta Force lately, and the game announced an upcoming collaboration with Arknights for the new season. So yeah, there's plenty of reasons to be excited. I don't know if it's going to have crossplay or anything like that. It probably will have crossplay because, again, most people have consoles these days. They're a lot cheaper than PCs. So fingers crossed that you're able to play with your friends no matter what platform they are on. Yeah, there you go. Coming to consoles soon.
And I like the Xbox, their Twitter posts, ABX.
Yeah, no, I saw that as well.
Amazing.
Yeah. And then, try and work out what platform that is. I think I know. The Triangle Circuit X and Square is also a massive giveaway.
No. Then next, we have news about The Witch and the Curse, game from Nevergrave. And this game will skip early access. The game will release in version 1.0 and no early access, a good or bad thing we will see. The Witch and the Curse is the Metroidvania with roguelike elements. And yeah, the game won't come in early access. They will just release as the full game. And the game got announced on 24th of June, so just a few days go. And we will see if the game will be good without early access. I don't like the early access culture we're in right now. Every game gets released not finished. We get not finished products, but this one should be finished when it comes out, like in good old times.
And Pocket Pair is publishing.
Yeah.
That's exciting. More exciting news as well. Rematch has achieved 1 million sales and 3 million players worldwide. Of course, that's across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And if you're wondering how it's done 1 million sales but 3 million players, well, the Xbox Game Pass is supposedly part of that. And that's one of the reasons why the game's been a massive success. If you don't know what Rematch is, it's a 5v5 football game where each player controls a single character rather than a team. So you must work together. There's no player stats, so everyone starts on an equal playing field. You got to learn your skills in time. It's all about experience, all about, just basically experience and practice. So yeah, that's what Rematch is all about. And they announced their milestones by saying there's been nearly 12 million matches played, nearly 56 million goals, over 33 million assists, and nearly 70 million saves. And that number's probably gone up because this was a couple of days ago. So yeah, Rematch is doing very, very well. And I think another part of the game's success is it's not that expensive. It's fairly cheap. I think it's like $20 or something on all the platforms. So yeah, there you go.
We already talked about enhanced editions today, and we'll get more for Senua's Saga Hellblade.
I knew there was another one I was forgetting.
For all platforms, and it will release in August. It will come for Xbox Series, PS5, and the PC on the 12th of August. It will be free, I think, if I'm not over the cost.
Yeah, the enhanced edition is free for anyone that owns the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the last games as well.
Yeah.
I never tested the Senua Saga games. I bought the first game in 2024 and I haven't started it or installed it. That's so sad. But yeah, Senua Saga Hellblade 2 Enhanced Edition for free if you're already on the game. And it will release August 12, 2025.
Yeah, it's also going to be the first time the game's available on the PS5 as well. So it's going to launch on that console on the same day too. Gloomy Eyes coming to PC and consoles in late 2025. Gloomy Eyes was a VR experience. It's like a little trilogy of short films. The artwork is inspired by Tim Burton, as you can probably tell by the official teaser trailer. And yeah, it tells the story of a little zombie boy called Gloomy and his love interest, a small, young, mortal girl. And they're on a journey to restore sunlight to the world because it's quite gloomy, quite grim. So yeah, if you like your Tim Burton films or your Tim Burton inspired artwork, you're going to absolutely love this. So it's coming to, it's not going to be a short film. It is actually going to be a game. It's going to be a platformer. And it's going to have a heartwarming tale of, these two characters who are in love. It will launch in late 2025. We do not have a release date yet, and it's described as a self-co-op game, meaning that the game is single player, but you'll be able to go from one character to another, and sometimes you'll be able to play both at the same time. Oh, and it's come on PS5, Xbox Series X, and Switch and PC.
The next, we had a massive patch for Stalker 2, the version 1.5, and with live updates and tons of improvements. We got bug fixes, more loot, and a live system, which is the big point of this patch. It's all about the characters in the world. They now simulate their life all the time, and not only if you see them. Before if you wasn't in range, they didn't exist, and they just wasn't there and did anything. Now the characters really live their life and pursue their goals in the zone until they meet their end and die. You can meet the same stalkers after some time again, and they no longer spawn directly in front of you or something like that. So it's all about the life in the world, about the characters. which are there with you and they have a life now, they do something and don't just spawn in front of you. That's pretty sad for such a big game.
Mm.
But yeah, they fixed it, and also they did something about the combat. They balanced things, added new anomalies. There's so many things they did in this big update. But yeah, the Alive patch is the biggest one of them, and it's out now for all the platforms.
Yeah, I cut the I cut the patch notes down because you'd be scrolling for about 3 days.
Yeah, I've seen it, and I thought, no, I won't scan through them now. I did the headlines.
Yeah, that's why I took the headlines. Like, I was like, yeah, just do that. But yeah, it's a
Yeah.
massive patch, and now it's a reason for me to go and buy it. Jurassic World Evolution 3, that was announced at Summer Game Fest. It's coming out later this year on October 21st for PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. And yeah, people are loving it so far. They're going to introduce new things. You'll be able to raise baby dinosaurs as well. You're going to have more mutations, more challenges, a new story mode as well. But one thing it did do, which people did not like, was it had AI-generated scientist profiles or avatars in-game. The game would obviously use generative AI to create certain animations and artwork. And people were not happy about that. And rightly so as well, because as a writer, AI is going to take my job in about 6 months. So, sticking it to AI, we're saying not doing that anymore. It got a lot of fan backlash. The community had a right go at the company, and yeah, they've gone backward on it. So, Jurassic World Evolution 3 will not have that generative AI. They're all going back to the artist and going to do some more in-game content created by humans. And for me, that's a leap forward because it means we're a day further away from Terminator. So yeah, excited. Screw you, AI.
Okay, next we have Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they've added a nightmare mode and a critical role in a new update. The new update 1.0.6 is now live on PS5, Xbox Series, and the PC, and it added the long-awaited nightmare difficulty. It will be a it will be a big challenge, and it will impact the combat and stealth. You will have to find new ways to approach the missions because fighting a few guys will be deadly. It's like a Souls-like, basically. The enemies have more damage, more speed, more aggression, and they can parry. And you can't do shit as good because they do everything better than you. And when you try to be stealthy, they will still hear you because you stepped on a tree, on anything, and it's loud and they see you. So it will be pretty hard. You will die a lot if you're not a pro gamer. And yeah, there will also be updates like multiple horse cameras and bug fixes, the usual things. And yeah, there will be an epic crossover with the critical encounters. There will be a new storyline featuring Rufino, a character from Critical Role's one-shot Assassin's Creed Shadows campaign. And yeah, the update is out right now, and the patch size is 6.27 GB on PS5, 19 GB on Xbox Series, 9 GB on Mac, 17 on the Ubisoft launcher, and 8.5 on Steam. I don't know why everything is so different, especially Ubisoft and Steam. It's so ridiculous. But yeah, it's out now. It's out now.
Yeah, Critical Role. Love that. Next away, Blood Message is rumored to launch in 2026. Now, Blood Message was only revealed a few weeks ago, if that, at Summer Game Fest. It's going to be created by 24 Entertainment, owned by NetEase. It's set in ancient China and follows the story of a man and a son on a journey of self-discovery and whatnot. And where have we heard that before? But yeah, Blood Message is coming sooner than we think, possibly. Now, the rumor comes from an insider called Lunatic Ignis, who suggests that who says the game was greenlit in 2018, began development in 2021, and yeah, it was supposed to be announced in 2023. So yeah, 2026 release date is not out of the question. It will come at a price of $70, according to Lunatic Ignis. But otherwise, yeah, we don't know a release date. There's no official confirmation from NetEase or 24 Entertainment. We only know it's coming for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. That's all we know, for sure.
And the game looks amazing.
It does
The
look
game
really,
looks
really
so
good.
amazing.
Yeah. And if you're wondering how it's going to play or be anything like that, we do know from Lunatic Ignis that the game director is a really good friend with the Wukong director as well. So yeah, expect something a bit like Black Myth, but different. It does look good.
Yeah. And I think the last gaming news for today is Diablo 4 Season 9. Woohoo. Diablo 4. I bought the game on release date. I played it for, I think, 20 hours and then never touched it again.
I got to the
Didn't
end
even
game.
read.
I've not played it since.
Never didn't even got there. But yeah, Season 9 is titled Sins of the Horadrim. And it will
Haradrim.
launch. Horadrim, okay, you're better than me. It's okay. It's okay. And it will launch on July 1st for PC and consoles. It will make some changes to the endgame nightmare dungeons, and it will bring lots of new seasonal quest lines and content. Yeah, it's a new season. It's season 9. It's like the other seasons, but the other things for a game which isn't good in my eyes.
Yeah,
Who
I
likes
mean,
it? That likes it.
yeah, I think since release they've been trying desperately, all the way from season 1, another one season 9, like you said, to fix the end game, because that's where most people stopped. Because the campaign I thought was phenomenal, the ending is incredible, but there's just nothing to do after that. So what this is doing is fixing nightmare dungeons, so it's going to make them harder. It's going to drop more loot, and you're going to have escalating nightmare dungeons as well. So the further you go along, the more rewards you get. Of course, you've got more Heraldic spellcraft. That's all part of the seasonal content as well, and why we're focusing on the Haradrim. So you're going to get Haradrim spells, jewels that you can socket as well. So yeah, I mean, for anyone that owns Diablo 4, it might be worth going back and checking out, creating a new seasonal character and trying again. But I don't know, for me, it just feels like too much effort and I can't be bothered. That's my take on it anyway. Oh, crap. And next up, we have games coming out next week, because that's all the gaming news. I don't know what caught your eye there, Killian, but yeah, some pretty big gaming news there. I'm interested to see how many staff Xbox get rid of. That's going to be a shame, because I want to know what games are going to be affected from that. And of course, I'm excited to check out Blood Message if that comes out next year as rumored. And I might also buy Stalker 2. Maybe. Yeah. Well, anyway, as for the games coming out next week, we have Primordialis. I bet Killian's glad he doesn't have to say that. That's coming out on the 30th of June 2025. It's going to come out on PC in early access. If you've never heard of it, don't worry about it. I've got your back. It's a physics-based roguelike fish builder. Yes, you create a fish, you grow, you evolve, and you take on even bigger fish. That's basically the premise of the game. It's done by a single person. So these little indie games, they're usually quite cool. And it's gonna be an exciting one. I think I might try it out. It reminds me a little bit like Spore. Did you ever play Spore?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I think it's a Spore inspired game. Perhaps, I don't know. You'll have to speak to Kyler Natividad, who created the game. However, I think it does look a bit like Spore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then next we have. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I interrupted you. I was just going to tell you when it came out again, but we all know it's coming out on the 30th of June in early access.
Okay. Then next we have Mecha Break, a multiplayer third-person shooter with mechs. The game will be free to play, and it will offer 3 different game modes. There will be a 3v3 or 6v6 game modes. And a PvPvE mode. So everything is there. You can find your mechs. The world is full of disasters like storms you have to be careful with. And yeah, you can train your pilot in your base. It's like all these anime games, beautiful woman characters to get the attention. And yeah, the game will release on the 2nd of June. July.
Yeah,
We're already in
they.
July. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
But I think we spoke about these games before, and neither will see the point in them. But because every time you see one on Steam, they're all like mixed or negative. I never see one
Yeah.
overwhelmingly positive or very positive reviewed. But it's free to play. That's going to attract a lot of players. I'll be checking it out on launch day, I think, maybe as well, or for the PvE mode. But we'll see. Next up, we have Aura Kingdom Impact, a cute action anime style fantasy MMO. It's got vast world dynamic skills. You can switch classes freely, a bit like Final Fantasy. And yeah, that's coming out very soon. It's coming out on the 2nd of July. I believe it's coming out for Xbox, PC, and PlayStation, is it?
No, I think only for PC.
Only for PC, there you go. I wrote it and I don't remember. But yeah, it's coming out for PC and it does look a little bit exciting. And anyone who loves the JRPGs or the anime style MMOs, well, this is another one for you. Expect a lot of grinding, expect a lot of looting, expect a lot of running around going, ooh, and things like that. That was my impression of an anime character. I don't know. It's early in the morning and I'm tired. So yeah. That's it. Is that all the games coming out next week?
All the big ones. Not a big week next week. Not
Yeah.
many games.
Yeah, it's a quote. I think it's because it's people probably want to avoid the releases because it's summer. It's the summer sales on Steam, of course. We didn't speak about that.
Yeah, we can do it right now a bit.
Yeah,
It's summer sales since yesterday.
Yeah, summer sales started. And I reckon games probably trying to avoid the release in summer sale because people are not going to look at new games out paying full price for things. People want discounts. So I think people are trying to avoid that. But yeah, Summer Game Fest. The Steam Summer Sale has started until July the 10th. So if you want any games you've been looking at, get them now.
Yeah, I've checked it out yesterday, and when it released, the Steam client was so laggy. I don't know why. Everyone was buying games. I think me and my friends, we all had problems on Steam. I couldn't even download because the servers just said no. It was ridiculous yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's out right now.
Yeah, I haven't been through it yet. I only saw that it started this morning. So I'll have a look through it, check out if there's anything I want, and possibly buy a few things. Possibly. Funny enough, I bought games yesterday before the sale went live, so that was unfortunate. But yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's all the news I think today. You got anything you wanna finish on, Killian, before I hit stop record?
Yeah. We are getting a step more away from Terminator.
Bye-bye.